Once upon a time. That's how they all start out, right? Peter Pan, Pinocchio, and the Frog Prince. But not all frogs become princes. Or do they? Morgan Cook? Yeah. Endangered tree frog? It's the peak of mating season? And they're concentrated on our proposed site? Why didn't our survey team find them earlier? No, of course it's serious. Well, is there any way to round them up and move them to another spot in the Everglades? You tell them that I will personally round up every last one of these frogs and sell them to the nearest French restaurant. Got it? Do you have it? Then get on it!
Knew there was a reason I hired you, Morgan. Good work, amigo. You're on your way.
Morgan Cook?
Hello, Mr. Cook. This is your fiancé speaking. I was wondering if I could schedule in an 11 p.m. with you tonight.
Oh, of course, baby. Anything for my son.
Good, because we're meeting Babs, Newmark, and Guy for cocktails at 7:30, and then Skip and Sophie in Georgetown for dinner at 9. You know, a Thursday night progressive dinner type of thing.
Right, who are Skip and
then we're off to meet Toulouse and Diana for dessert at his patisserie at 11.
Patissa what?
You know, Toulouse's patisserie, the one he just opened. I haven't been there yet, but the Post absolutely raves about it.
With Toulouse?
I know. But this is important to me, honey, and we're mingling with very important people tonight. My parents would have been thrilled to see how far I've come. Diana thinks that Toulouse can grandfather us in at the country club. Isn't that great?
Uh-huh.
Oh, Morgan, that's Sue's on the other line. Gotta go. Love you, sexy.
Morgan Cook.
So I told Morgan that 4 carats might feel a little too gaudy, so I settled for 3.
That must have cost you a fortune, Morgan.
Nothing that a few more months can't fix. Good one, Cook.
So where's the wedding going to be and when?
Oh, well, I was thinking about having it at St. Agnes in Alexandria next month.
Next month?
Oh, St. Agnes. Beautiful.
You'd have to call right away. They're booked solid. No, don't worry. I know Father Bowen over there.
He does.
You know what? Let me give him a phone call and see if I can't push a few buttons for you guys.
A month? Is that enough time?
Yeah, I thought we
sure,
just...
Sophie. I can have it planned by then. When it's true love, anything can happen. Isn't that right, Morgan? Morgan?
Yeah!
Pauvre Morgan, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? What is wrong?
Oh, nothing. It's a diabetic thing.
Oh, but of course.
I don't know. I just don't know if I can live like this. It's like keeping up with the Joneses. I mean, whatever happened to the quiet nights?
What's that, honey? I think we made a good impression on Toulouse and Diana. I mean, really.
It's just that I don't think I fit in.
Nonsense! They love you. In fact, Toulouse invited us to meet them for brunch at his new restaurant after we register on Saturday.
Listen, Jane, don't you think that next month is a little soon to have I mean, don't you want to take your time with this thing?
Morgan, I thought we agreed that June was the only time that fit into both our schedules.
No, I said that I'd have more time to help you plan it.
Why? Is something wrong with June, baby?
The President is expected to veto that later on in the week. In other news, with less than 72 hours before the Senate Subcommittee on Environmental Affairs hears the ferry landing lobby case, PETA, Greenpeace, and the Sierra Club are waging non-violent protests both here and in South Florida. An endangered tree frog is said to be among the many animals at a high risk.
Now you listen to me, Morgan. I'm going to kiss you and you are going to turn into a well-mannered Prince Charming. And then we're going to be the toast of the town, see? And then we're going to live happily ever after. Got it?
No.
Whoa, Captain Morgan. Just making sure we're ready for Monday. It's not every day you ask the federal government for $60 million. Did you finish the final draft?
Yeah. One sec.
Late night there, Coco?
No, sir, Mr. Packard. It's... here we are. 180 pages on why we should remove the wildlife and replace it with senior citizens.
God bless South Florida.
Did you see the news this morning in the Post? The environmentalists are all over us on this one. I think we might at least want to consider moving...
Fuck them! We all need to eat, right?
Sure, but don't you think we should at least...
Say, what's wrong with you today, amigo?
I don't know. It's my, wedding.
Cold feet, eh? Don't worry at all. Why, look at me. Once I committed and was forced into submission.
What?
I said once I committed and it was a very good decision. Committed to the bonds of holy matrimony. Jeez, Morgan. I have been working you too hard. Maybe after we finish this, I'll let you take a couple days off.
Trapped in the daily grind? Take advantage of one of our fabulous Florida getaway packages. Disney World, Key West, and miles upon miles of untouched beaches. Run off to Florida today.
Okay, so I made up a list of all the places we need to register. While I'm getting fitted for my dress, you need to register us at all these places, and then you need to go to Sashino's and pick out your tuxedo. Oh, and make sure they spell my name right. P-L-A-Y-N-E. I can't stand when they spell it wrong. Is everything all right, hon?
Yeah. No, we need to talk. I mean, do you even remember when we met? And we had everything in front of us, and now... It's just that, did you ever think we'd end up like this? I mean, we don't even talk anymore, and when...
It's Suze. Hold that thought, baby. Suze! Hi! Okay. All right, well, I thought that we agreed on the Dom and the Scandinavian Beluga at 100 a head.
Yeah.
And
Mr.
the
Packard,
dinner plates
yes.
were to be 150
Yes,
a head.
in the draft I give you Friday.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be right with you.
No, of course it has the latest
Sounds
figures.
great,
I took
Suze.
care
Thanks
of it.
a lot. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Now, what was it that you wanted
No,
to
I
talk
know
to
it's
me
an
about?
emergency, and I know I took care of it. No, I'm sorry, Mr. Packard. Yes. No, I have some things to take care of in Old Town, and then maybe I can swing by later.
Ooh, I gotta run or I'll be
No,
late.
just hold on
Don't
one sec. Yes.
Remember to be at the chart
Yes.
house at 1. We have a date with Toulouse and
Yes,
Diana,
I'm listening to
okay?
you.
This is important, Morgan.
Okay.
Be on time.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay, fine. All right. Bye. Jane! I guess we'll just talk later then.
I was hoping that you could give me a refund on that rental.
Sorry.
No, I didn't even get married. I didn't even wear the tuxedo for more than a second. My fiance, she stood me up at the altar. Come on, man, you gotta give me my money back. I can't afford all this stuff. No, I didn't even wear the tuxedo for more than a moment. It's still in exactly the same condition as it was.
That's not my problem.
No, there are no sweat stains.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Is everything all right, sir?
Yes. Everything's fine. I'm just so darn excited to be tying the knot.
Ah, so you've decided on a style to be buried in?
Huh?
You decided on a style to be married in?
Hi. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Will there be anything else?
That's doing.
Okay. Thank you. Come back and see us sometime.
Well, if they already have spaces for the handicapped and compacts, mothers with strollers and motorcycles, I don't see why they shouldn't put aside the same amount of prime slots for those of us with luxury cars.
This is true, I agree.
Oh, here he is now.
Morgan,
Hi. Sorry I'm late. Thank you.
I love Morgan.
Good to see you again.
The first thing we're going to have to buy Morgan once we're married is a reliable watch.
Busy.
Isn't that right, Morgan?
Try not to kill nobody, Brigitte, thank you. You can go. Goodbye.
So anyway, Diana, you were saying?
Well, if they're not going to make valets available everywhere, they should at least see to it that there's some sort of shuttle service that takes you from the far end to the parking lot.
Well, if you ever find yourself in Lyon, it is a must that you dine at la Maison's Cochon Riche. C'est magnifique.
Morgan's been a little under the weather lately. He's got this big land development deal in the works, and he's set to testify before the subcommittee on Monday. Morgan, the waitress is here to take your order.
Oh, sorry. Let's see. I'll have the Caribbean conch and iced tea.
Sure.
Thanks.
So, Morgan, what have you been sick with?
Morgan? The medication he's been on literally just knocks him out. Isn't that right, Morgan? Isn't that right, honey?
Sure does.
So Jean tells us you are developing a retirement community. This is correct, no?
Yep, sure am. Just another big-time land pirate.
The reason I ask is because my parents would be retiring, and I would like to get a good deal. Perhaps, Morgan, you would be willing to give such information, no?
Well, I could tell you, Toulouse, but then I'd have to kill you.
It's funny, huh?
Honestly, Morgan, I have never been so embarrassed in my entire life. You know how important that lunch was to me, and having you go in and out of your little dazes, can't you even think of me at least once? I mean, threatening to kill Toulouse Piaf, Jesus.
Is it always going to be like this?
Like what?
Like this. Have you stopped to look at this relationship lately, Jane? You're so wrapped up in moving up in the married couple social circuit, you've totally forgotten about us.
We've grown up, Morgan. Matured. We have careers to think about. I need to feel secure now. I had nothing growing up. Nothing. And I cannot believe that you would just ruin our one shot at the most prestigious country club in town.
Jane, we don't even golf.
Oh, that's not the point. This is really embarrassing. I've had enough of this. We're screaming in the middle of the street. I'm leaving.
Let me give him a phone call and see if I can't push a few buttons for you guys.
Is that enough time?
Style to be buried in.
Endangered tree frog?
Morgan, are you trying to seduce me?
What have you been sick with? What have you been sick with?
Morgan, let's go home. You'll feel better at home.
Isn't that right, honey?
When it's true love, anything.
You listen to me,
Why?
Morgan. Is something wrong?
Gotta go. Love you, sexy.
Once I committed and was forced into submission. Did you finish the final draft?
Endangered tree frog?
Set to testify before the subcommittee on Monday.
God bless South Florida. Whoa, Captain Morgan.
Are you coming? Are you coming, Morgan?
I think we should cancel the development. Land's just fine the way it is. Excuse me. Do you have a second?
Sure.
This might sound a little odd, but I was wondering if you could pinch me. You know, to make sure I'm not dreaming.
Pinch you?